Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Monday Motivation. I know it's been, a hot few weeks, but we are back on the grind. Life happens. So yeah, let's get back on that saddle and not just throw in the towel. So in today's topic, as you can tell, it's basically just about allowing yourself to be sad. Like, go through your emotions. The past few weeks have been I'm already a very emotional person, but with everything happening in the world and just my personal hormones, there's another term I wanted to use, but I couldn't think of it. But I'm just mentally on all ends of the spectrum, and so I needed to take a break, and I wanted to come back talking about what I've learned from that break. And it's that give yourself permission to be sad, to go through your emotions, to feel your experiences. We're going through, like I said, a time where there are varied levels of, I would say, varied levels of sorrow, sadness. Like, everyone has their different circumstances and situations that are placing us in a space of some sort of sadness, causing us to grieve. But that doesn't mean any particular situation is superior to that of another. So yes, I can work remote, such a blessing. A lot of people have lost their jobs. But just because I'm working remote and just because of the simple fact that I am still employed doesn't mean you shouldn't feel sad some days. Like, work was still hard. Yes, you're working from home, but you're still working, And I had to take time to realize, just because I'm sad about certain aspects of a situation doesn't mean I'm ungrateful or bashing or frowning upon the blessing that I do have. It's just that I'm taking time to acknowledge, hey, this made me feel for this period of time this particular way, and allowing myself to go through that instead of trying to suppress it. And so allow yourself to be sad. Yes, that doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It just means you're human. You're human with emotions, and only the person wearing the shoe, like you always have heard, knows where it pinches. So yes, while someone on the surface may look like everything is going honky-dory, they should have no reason to complain, you don't know what emotional turmoils they are going through, or like what they're dealing with on a regular basis. And so we should never feel as though we can tell someone not to be sad about this or don't be upset about that. And I do that very frequently with regards to, I would even say, my family sometimes. I think, oh my gosh, like, why are you complaining about X, Y, and Z? People have it so much worse. And I've had to catch myself, because who am I to tell this person not to be sad? I don't know your experience. You and I haven't lived identical, lifestyles. And so I don't know what you've gone through and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So if you want to be sad, be sad. But I also want to say, let's not stay in that space of sadness. It's not a pity party, carte blanche ticket. It's be sad, maybe for a few minutes, maybe for a few hours, maybe for a day or two at most. But then get back on the saddle and think about the future. Not about where you are or about what happened, but think about, okay, how am I going to move past the situation? But don't for a second ever think you're not entitled to cry. You're not entitled to frown. You're not entitled to not want to talk to anyone, to be in your own thoughts. You are entitled. You're human, and that's what we do. We feel. And so these past 2 weeks, I've been feeling a lot of things, okay? But your girl's in a better headspace, and it ebbs and flows. I may very well next week be in another headspace after this work week. But ultimately, and I'm gonna get past it, I know it's a blessing, I'm super grateful, but take the time to take care of your mental health and be present for you. I don't know if it's be present for you, but that's it really. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Monday Motivation. Feel encouraged to feel the way you want to feel, you know? And not feel like you owe anyone any sort of explanation. Also, crap, it's going really long. But I do want to say, and speaking of personal experience, I'm very high energy. And so I'm typically all the way up here, or I'm all the way down here. So I'm trying to find that, you know, happy medium where I can just be mellow. And it's been really hard. So it's a work in progress, you know, guys? But feel sad, feel emotions. You may not be directly impacted by something, but most times just thinking about the world and what's happening, I become very overwhelmed. And so I'm sad. And I have the right to be sad. So I hope you guys feel encouraged to be sad for a little while. It's not the end of the world, but go through that wave of emotion, okay? And know that you're gonna come out stronger than ever. That I will catch you next week on another episode of Monday Motivation. Bye guys.